Hello everybody and welcome back to another Shadow Smart video. Today in this video I'm going to be doing something quite special. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour through our Minecraft world. Now for a couple of weeks we had a Minecraft realm running which I was a part of, and it grew pretty big and we had some great builds and it's time to share it. So up here we are at the very top of the main area. So right below us we can see our home village. Let's get started. So this around here is the home village area. So we will head over here to the first build. Now this build here with a very interesting, unique style of design. And inside it looks absolutely amazing. We have storage systems here. Everybody has their own nether portal, as well as a very nice open rooftop with some bamboo here. Now I believe the person in this house was one of the first people to get bamboo in our server, so they were very popular for a while. Super smelter here. Looks like the mumbo jumbo design. And then we go up a little bit more and we see the rest of the base. Looks amazing. Right, that is our first build. Let's take a fly around. See if I can get my fireworks to work. Right, realizing I'm now in creative mode. Okay. This is the outside of the very first build, and it looks almost like a very classical Asian design, which is very nice. Now, moving on from here, we head right across the bridge into the main portion of our town. Now, over here, we have what looks like a boat. Just on your way in, a very simple, nice, and good-looking boat. Then we have the first home. The second home, I should say. Some animals out the front. Everybody has their own mailbox, as you might have seen on the last base, and some free stuff to be given away. Let's have a look inside. There is a lot to see inside of this base, including some animals being mistreated, as well as some storage. And over here looks like a melon farm, a pumpkin farm I should say. Now there's a very annoying ticking sound. Here's a bed. We have a nether portal, nice little design, and then some storage systems, lots of storage room, and then that takes us to the stairs. Let's go up, and we find some farms, some cows, very loud cows for that matter, and some chickens. And then we take up the ladder right to the roof where there's a little bit of wheat. Oh no, we can go even higher. And there's a head collection. Look at that. That is sensational. We have our own little head collection. Right. That's the first base. Second base. Now, over here, we have our very cool villager trading hall, which was quite an effort to make. We look over here and we can see a hole all the way down to the bottom of the ground, as well as some big open minings in around here, which is fairly extensive. Now if we go all the way back up, what's next? Well, let's have a look at the villager trading hall. Over here we have some single-tick sugarcane farms, which are growing an exorbitant amount of sugarcane. Now what is sugarcane useful for, you might ask? Well, we can trade with these collection of villagers over here, of which there is a very large amount of iron golems here, which is a bit crazy, but we have lots and lots of villagers in here with all different trades, and so many iron golems. That is insane. Right, what do we have? We have all our villagers in along here with all their respective enchantments. It's not the most high-tech villager trading hall, but it certainly works very well, especially with all the paper we have. Almost like an emerald farm at that point. Right, now we move over to our next build, which is in fact a dragon structure. It's a pretty impressive build in which we keep the dragon egg from killing the ender dragon, a big throne at the back, a skeleton horse, and a memorial to the dragon. Now over here we have another base. Now this base also acts as a bit of a public enchanting area. We have our enchanting table, a stone cutter, a grinder, I can't remember what they're called. We have one of these, and then we have an anvil and some odd bubbles. Don't know what that is? Press the button. And we reveal a secret base underneath. Not so secretive now that I've shared it with you all. Over here there's another head collection, some storage, but this looks quite rather small. There's a nether portal, but there's not much else to it. Or is there? We jump all the way back down to here, and we find ourselves in the second part of the base. Lots of storage, some villagers, little compartment under here, and a whole wide mine. How exciting is that? That's the next base, and we can ride this elevator all the way back up to the top. And here we are. Press the button again, and we close up the secret entrance. Some awesome redstone. Now what do we have over here? Well, over here we are running an iron farm. Now this iron farm produces a great deal of iron, because we have a zombie, I believe, underneath. A zombie somewhere. Where is the zombie? Oh well. Spawning iron golems here, which are then killed in the lava, producing us some iron. Which is very good. Now, over here we have the remnants of the village. We have a tower right here for build commissions, which is pretty fun. Now, what do we have in here? Just some remnants of adding on to the village with some beds. Unfortunately, this didn't quite work out, and a great deal of villagers died. Okay, that's this part of the main area. Now we head back to the old village, and there's a small build just here. Now what is this? Well, this is the shop. Now anyone can come in here, label their own prices, and put anything where they want, as well as back here where there's some more things. Stack of logs, redstone, shulker box, elytra, all available here. It's a shop. Hasn't got that much use, but is a shop nonetheless. Let's change it back to day to keep the tour going. Next, over here, we have one of the most unique and amazing builds in the area, which is the cathedral. I'll show you outside shortly, but inside, we have some purple carpet, lots of pews, running along the entire cathedral, made of stone bricks, right up to the front. And here we are at the cathedral. Let's have a look outside at this amazing building. Looks pretty good to me. Now you might be wondering, what is this build over here? Well, this is a house, and this house was built by one of the members of the server and then put up for commission to the highest bidder. And it's fairly empty because it has not been moved into that well, but here we are. An ender chest and a chest and all the things you need in a house, as well as over here a ladder leading up to the roof. And what's on the roof? A pool. Because everybody likes a pool on the roof with some glass. Looks amazing. Not only that, but we also have another nether portal. A unique looking nether portal right in the house, connecting up all the bases together. So, what do we have next? Well, next we fly all the way over here to the mountain, and we can ride up another elevator. To get to the top of the base, where there is a house. Now this house looks very empty and fairly undecorated. In fact, I think people have observed that. Now this is actually my base, and I made an extension on this base right here. So we have a nether portal there, and then this runs all the way to a dropper down, as well as a nice open area still to be moved into. But I do have some plans for this area. Then we go back over here, and there's some shulkers, and there's actually a great deal of shulkers here. In fact, there is this many shulker boxes, which is amazing. We have a good collection. Oops. Right, then we have a head collection building, including 1, 2, 3, 4 dragon heads, and some shulker heads. Rubbish bin here, as well as a water source, unlimited water source. And over here, we have some farms of animals. In here, as you can probably hear, is the chicken farm, and over there is the sheep farm. I'll show you these in a second. Sounds like that's lightning outside. And here we have our storage system. This is inaccessible from outside unless you were to break the box, so you have to come in the back. And we have an amazing storage system labelled well with all these item frames, showing off all the items we'd need. And then the end chest. I'm hearing some very suspicious sounds from outside. We'll check that out in a second. Then we also have a pathway leading down into a mine, which is where my super smelter is, as well as my strip mines. Let's have a look. It took quite a while to put these stairs in, but it's certainly worth it because the stairs make the journey down a lot faster. And especially the journey back up. So here we are down at level 11. There is a super smelter here, as well as strip mine there and there and there, running to here and here, which go for a very long way. Anything to collect? Just some smooth stone. Right, let's head back up and continue the tour. Now I'll have to check for you, because I do remember there being a build somewhere in these mountains, but I can't quite remember exactly where it is, so we're going to have to go have a look. Before that, let's have a look. Oh wow, okay. We have a bit of an invasion of skeletons, but that's okay. In here are the sheep, and over here are the chickens. Right, let's have a look, see if we can find this build, which I believe is somewhere this way. And if not, we'll continue the tour. Normally I would play with a much higher render distance, but I've been having some trouble with the new version of Optifine, and so there's no Optifine today. Nor is there a base around here, unfortunately. Which is unusual, because I do think that there was at some point, but oh well. Let's continue with the tour, because there is much more to see. Switch over to my Elytra, fly a bit faster. Especially in creative mode. So, here we are flying back over the main portion of the area. Back to another build just in around here. This is a nice small and cozy house. Looks like it's up in the trees. A little fort overlooking the house over here, which is a tower. And the tower runs all the way up to the top, where we can see all around. And a cat, of course. Let's see if there's any more to this over here. Yes, there is. There is another build. That's the great thing about playing on a server. There's always more to see. Let's have a look inside. Got some nice decorations on the floor. Lots of colouring. As well as a little section going underground. Awesome. And some mines. Okay. Moving on, let's go over to this build just here. Now, one of the best parts about this area is if we go right down here, we will find ourselves a very handy and efficient skeleton grinder in under here. The skeletons will drop down right here, and we have a grindstone, that's the name for them, grindstone over here to disenchant, as well as a whole system right down here where we collect all the skeleton loot as well as a great deal of XP, which is very good for leveling up armor. Now this mine here is very extensive, so we wouldn't even be able to see most of it in the time that we have. But the rest of the base is as follows. We have a central area in around here with a nice stovetop, which also acts as a bin. A room for smelting down ore. Another mailbox. In here is the main bed area. What's this over here? Right. Well, I don't know where the entrance is for this area, so we're just going to break in. Just to see a regular tower. Awesome. Then over here we have a very cool storage area with all the items, as well as some animal farms. And that's this base. Over here we have a nice tower dedicated for the nether portal. And another head collection, because we always need one of those. And now, one of the coolest parts of this base, we fly a little bit further and we'll find it. Before then, over here is a nice Hunger Games arena. We never got to play a game of Hunger Games yet, but there is the arena for it. Now, what is this over here? Well, that's a good question. Built in village, there is a completely new base with something very special about it. Right here is an entire chunk dug out all the way down to the bottom. The chunk runs all the way down to bedrock, and not only that, it goes all the way to the sky. And the most amazing thing about this is that this was made completely without any cheats. We fly right up to the top. And here we are at build limit. In this sensational building. All the way up. And this has been a lot of fun. Right, let's fly back. And on that note, as the sun begins to come up, as the sun begins to set, we will end this video because this is all that there is to tour, but there will be more in the future. That's a guarantee. And if we want to have a look at the giant pumpkin, we can. We have a house surrounded by pumpkins, as well as a hole right down to the ground. And that's all there is to see for now, but there'll be more to come in the future, for sure. So, on that note, thank you everybody so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.